Live from the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
Right now at noon, wind across the Bay Area causing serious fire danger concerns. Good afternoon. I'm Lynn Keys.
And I'm Amanda Starrentino. We'll let First Alert meteorologist Jessica Birch break down what we are seeing across the Bay. Hey, Jessica.
Hey, thank you so much. Let's start off with daytime highs. Today, we are expecting 80s in the inland areas, and along the bay and the coast, we're still dealing with above average temperatures, and that's significant for a couple reasons. When we're dealing with above average temperatures, really windy conditions, and low relative humidity, it makes sense the reason why the National Weather Service has already issued this red flag warning. Right now, it's just for Solano County and the rest of the inland areas close to the Sacramento Valley. However, relative humidity is getting low, around 5 to 15% in the next 2 days alone. And as for the wind advisory, actually, this is now highlighting the hills from Sonoma down into Vallejo, all of Concord area now. So we are keeping a very close eye on that here in the Weather Center, and we'll talk more about it coming up in a little bit in the full forecast. But for now, back to you, Amanda.
Jessica, thanks. And meantime, CAL FIRE is suspending burn permits in several counties due to the increasing wildfire danger this year. The counties this affects include Napa, Lake, Solano, Yolo, and Colusa. The suspension will take effect Monday.
I'm Ann Makovic at the Live News Desk with word of a shooting that killed a popular restaurateur in Oakland. His name John Anabo. He was the co-owner of Lucky 37. It is a Filipino restaurant on Fruitvale Avenue. Oakland police confirm a man was shot outside at 9:40 last night, and when they got there, he was gravely injured. He died at the hospital soon after. Lucky 37's Instagram page identifies that man as John Anabo. It says they are lost without him and that they are praying, crying, and hoping for any light. We found Oakland City Councilman Noel Gallo at the scene. He says this is a huge loss for the neighborhood.
He's a good friend, a good family man, supports his family, but at the same time, you know, you could always count on him contributing back to the city of Oakland, where there's youth programs, other services. A great guy.
Yeah, he says Anabo organized an annual street safety campaign trying to quell everything from speeding to violence. His restaurant is now closed until further notice. And Gallo reiterated a call we've heard from him before to have the National Guard come to Oakland to try to quell the violence on the street. He said, quote, Oakland is losing lives left and right. Len.
And thank you. The suspect accused of killing 10 people and wounding 3 others at a Buffalo supermarket appeared in court this morning for a felony hearing. Michael George reports from New York.
The suspect in Saturday's mass shooting in Buffalo appeared before a judge in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs as emotions in the community run high.
You're a coward.
Authorities believe the 18-year-old kept a personal diary of his planning on the social media platform Discord and kept those posts private until 30 minutes before killing 10 people.
It really hit home. It hurt.
Buffalo resident Sharon Doyle staged a silent protest outside the courthouse Thursday, still affected by the events.
I've been going to counseling every day just to get it off my chest.
This is joy, this is love, and this is unity.
Members of the NFL's Buffalo Bills visited the scene of the shooting Wednesday, handing out groceries and serving meals to residents now left without a grocery store.
To be out here and to see people smiling and laughing again, and that warms my heart.
The majority of people who live here are black, and officials believe it's why the alleged gunman targeted this community.
The most serious threat we face as a nation is from within. It's white supremacism, it's white nationalism.
Officials in New York have announced an investigation into social media companies the suspect allegedly used to discuss hateful ideologies, including Discord and Twitch. Both sites have promised to cooperate with law enforcement. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And President Biden is headed to Asia for visits to South Korea and Japan. But first, he met with leaders of both Finland and Sweden, who are both concerned about Russian aggression. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
President Biden welcomed the Prime Minister of Sweden and the President of Finland in the Rose Garden 1 day after the countries applied for NATO membership.
They meet every NATO requirement and then some. And having 2 new NATO members in the High North will enhance the security of our alliance and deepen our security cooperation across the board.
Sweden, along with Finland, which shares an 800-mile border with Russia, are both seeking to join the alliance because of Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
That was a watershed moment for Sweden. And my government has come to the conclusion that the security of the Swedish people will be best protected within the NATO alliance.
The countries are seeking fast-track approval, but Turkey's president repeated his opposition today. Joining NATO takes unanimous approval from all current members.
President Biden is expected to quickly sign a new $40 billion military, economic, and humanitarian aid package for Ukraine after the Senate passed the bill today.
Yeas are 86, the nays are 11, and the bill is passed.
Kentucky Senator Rand Paul,
Mr. Paul, no.
Put a hold on the legislation, saying there should be an inspector general to oversee the spending.
Anyone concerned about the cost of supporting a Ukrainian victory should consider the much larger cost should Ukraine lose.
Wednesday night, the Senate unanimously confirmed the new U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, Bridget Brink, filling a 3-year vacancy. The same evening, the U.S. once again raised its flag at the embassy in Kyiv. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
New at noon, Valley Fair Mall employees fighting for free parking. Right now, they're protesting in San Jose. The mall announced 4 months ago that parking would cost almost $500 a year for employees. Several of them say they make minimum wage, and the parking fee is unfair. They're hoping the mall will provide employees with parking passes instead. CDC vaccine advisors are set to vote today on COVID boosters for children ages 5 to 11. The FDA has already granted emergency use authorization for the booster, citing an uptick in COVID cases due to the Omicron wave. Pfizer says its shot raises Omicron-fighting antibodies 36 times over in this age group, and that no safety issues were found in its vaccine trial of 4,500 children.
A youth COVID vaccine clinic opening in East Palo Alto. The site is located at Castaño Elementary School on Fordham Street. Free vaccines will be available for children ages 5 to 11. The clinic is open from 3:15 this afternoon to 6:15. Youth vaccines will also be available at Bellhaven Elementary in Menlo Park tomorrow afternoon. Berkeley is seeing a major influx of electric scooters today.
Micromobility company Veo is launching its fleet of 500 scooters. It's all part of the city's new micromobility program. Veo's Berkeley fleet will include both sit-down and stand-up scooters, 250 of each. The shared scooters can be rented and unlocked through the app. The program is being launched to increase transportation access and support the city's climate goals.
And taking a live look at Chase Center now, where the Dubs took home the win last night in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. The Warriors beat the Dallas Mavericks 112 to 87. The team will face off again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at Chase Center.